evening is that's really going to be when the main front moves through, and that's when I think we have our potential to see some strong to severe storms, especially over the plateau. So as you're driving home from work, you really want to make sure that you're taking it slow and that you do have multiple ways to receive your weather alerts. We did see some thunderstorms earlier this morning. Right now, we're sitting in the clouds over McLeod Mountain. A little bit of some visibility issues there, obviously, as well, but many areas in East Tennessee at the moment are dry. We're continuing to track better coverage of rain over southeast Kentucky. Temperature-wise, even with all the cloud cover, we're still doing good. 67 in Knoxville, 73 in Gatlinburg, 59 right now in Kingston, and 68 in Athens. It's going to be exceptionally warm this afternoon with highs reaching into the low 70s. Locally, Storm Tracker 6 radar not too active, maybe a couple showers trying to progress through Crossville, a little bit of drizzle in the valley, but I do want to show you the widespread rain that they have over Kentucky. Some of this has already impacted our southeast Kentucky counties, but we are a little concerned, especially for Kentucky, about that potential for some flooding today, although heavy rain is likely going to impact everybody this evening as we continue to track this cold front. Now, the blue boxes that you see here, that's a tornado watch, and we're going to be keeping our eyes on this later this afternoon as part of the plateau may get put under a tornado watch later today. Remember, a watch is different from a warning. A watch tells you that there's the potential for a threat, whereas a warning tells you that that threat is imminent and already occurring. So if any warnings ever get issued for your area, that's when you need to take action. In terms of our chance for severe weather later this afternoon and tonight, the valley is still under that level 1 out of 5 risk. And now they've placed all of the plateau and southern valley there under a level 2 out of 5 risk all the way down towards Dayton. So they've kind of shrunk that area that was under a level 3 risk. Although Nashville is still in that risk, they've shrunk that just a little bit and expanded that level 2 risk for portions of the plateau. We've also tweaked our threats just a little bit. Heavy rain going to be a concern. We've bumped that up to the medium to high category. Locally heavy downpours may lead to some localized and flash flooding as we go into this evening, especially in areas with poor drainage. So something to consider as you're driving home from work or school. Wind damage continues to be in the medium category there as well. Overall, our tornado risk today is low, but it's not zero, so you've got to make sure you know how you're going to receive those alerts, whether it's watching us here on air or downloading our free weather app, which will send those alerts right to your phone. Let's break down the timing. I think the line of storms generally moves through, or at least arrives over the plateau between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern time, then 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for the valley, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. for areas closer towards the Tri-Cities. We're going to stay weather aware through the 11 o'clock show tonight because heavy rain overnight could still lead to some isolated flooding concerns. We've also seen some breezy winds already today. A wind advisory continues for the highest peaks of the Smokies all the way until tomorrow morning, where winds may gust up to 50 miles per hour. I hinted at that potential for some flooding concerns over Kentucky. The National Weather Service in Jackson, Kentucky has them under a flood watch. That will also stay in effect until early tomorrow morning. This afternoon, though, highs are going to be warm, low 70s for many. Although we're not going to see a lot of sunshine, we still have that potential for some stronger storms. Watch as the timeline forecast continues. Still pretty quiet at 4 p.m. And then by 6:30, we're starting to see those storms fire up. Heavy rain is going to move through the valley later tonight and then continue during the overnight hours. Rainfall totals may exceed 2 inches in spots. This is going to be a real soaking rain. I do think for Friday will be drier, but we've added back in the chance for at least a few showers at times early Friday morning. This afternoon, though, we're up to 70 degrees, staying weather aware tonight as well. Breezy and cooler for your day tomorrow. 45 is your high for Friday with a few showers early. On the 7-day forecast, you can see this weekend we are going to be much quieter. We may be able to see a little bit of snow as well over the highest peaks of the Smokies early tomorrow morning.
Victoria, thank you.